What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about Cloudflare. They just dropped their Q4 earnings. I want to break it down on some absolute key highlights that you need to kind of take away from all of that, as well as what the current data points are saying. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So right now it is up 18.47%, new 52-week high of $168.69. So absolutely going on a nice tear. Did beat on both earnings per share as well as revenue. I'm going to go over a lot of the specifics near the end of the video, so kind of stay tuned for that. Aside from that, I like to go over shorts, not because these stocks are squeeze plays, but it's good to analyze. Right now, shorts are returning 38,000 shares. 3.12% of their free float is being shorted, and that works out to be 9.5 million shares overall are being shorted. So shorts have lost roughly around $900 million over the last 3 months with this stock. So kind of interesting. Shorts increasing leading into their earnings leads me to believe that they actually did feel that there was going to be a pullback, interestingly enough. And if we pull up this, so right now it is up, like I said, pretty impressive, 18%. The implied move was only 9.68%. So definitely it blew the expectations out of the water tenfold. And so again, even looking historically, these types of moves hasn't really happened all that much. It has when there was a lot of volatility anticipated, but still, again, something to keep in mind. 42 million in calls, 5.64 million in puts. 52% of all the options being done today are bearish in nature, and of the call options that are being purchased, you do see a consensus for it to be off roughly around that 167 to 172 range, and then the bears are anticipating for it to be sub roughly 160. So definitely a lot more upside still based on the frequency as well. Right now with it at 167 and change, it is above all the key fib levels. Looking at the classic though, 206 is going to be the next strong target. 153 will be a strong support. Obviously it has moved up quite fast, so just anticipate a lot of volatility for the foreseeable future, but these are all the recent ratings that did come out. Many of them very bullish. So you have 180, 162, 170. The new highest rating was 185 done today. You interestingly enough also have a downgrade and also a $100 price target. So it's kind of polar opposites, but again, I think analysts right now do struggle with innovative companies. So maybe that's why you're seeing kind of polar opposites, but many of the analysts that are bullish have very good ratings, as you can kind of see right here. So let me know your viewpoint. Are you buying? Are you selling? What's your general thoughts on this company? And so I'm going to play this for you. It goes over all the things that you need to know, the key highlights and everything. So make sure you guys kind of stay tuned. And with that, appreciate all of you watching.
Cloudflare targets 25% revenue growth for 2025 with strong AI and enterprise momentum. Earnings call insights Cloudflare Inc., NYSNet Q4 2024 Management View. CEO 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗏 highlighted a strong Q4 finish, with revenue reaching $459.9 million, a 27% year-over-year growth. The company added a record number of large customers, increasing to 3,497. Also up 27% year-over-year. He emphasized significant contributions from large customers, comprising 69% of total revenue. Prince noted a 1 percentage point sequential increase in dollar-based net retention to 111%, while gross margins remained above long-term targets at 77.6%. Free cash flow for the quarter was $47.8 million, and full-year free cash flow totaled $166.9 million. Prince mentioned improving sales cycles and close rates as key drivers of the quarter's performance. CFO 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗏 stated, "Strength in our business this quarter was driven by significant growth with large $1 million customers, ongoing traction with pool of funds contracts, sustained momentum with our Workers developer platform, and high prioritization of security by our customers." Prince highlighted record enterprise hiring efforts, with nearly 80% of new sales hires focused on the enterprise segment, reflecting an 84% year-over-year increase in enterprise account executive hiring numbers. Outlook. The company guided Q1 2025 revenue to range between $468 million and $469 million, reflecting a 24% year-over-year increase. For the full year, revenue is expected to be between $2.09 billion and $2.94 billion, representing 25% growth. Operating income for Q1 is projected between $54 million and $55 million, while full-year operating income is expected to range from $272 million to $276 million. Prince expressed confidence in achieving re-accelerated growth in 2025, driven by a more productive and ramped sales force and increasing traction in areas like Workers, AI, and SaaS. Financial results. Adjusted EPS for Q4 was 19 cents versus the analyst's estimate of 0.8, while revenue of $459.9 million exceeded the $452.1 million estimate. Year over year, revenue increased by 27%, with strong performance across geographies. APAC revenue grew by 39%, EMEA by 27%, and the US by 23%. Operating margin for the quarter was 14.6% compared to 14.8% in the previous quarter. Cloudflare added 232 large customers during Q4, with the total number of $1 million customers reaching 173, a 47% increase year over year. Gross margin slightly declined to 77.6% due to increased allocation of expenses to cost of goods sold. Q&A. 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, Morgan Stanley, questioned the role of AI inference workloads at the edge and the implications of efficiency improvements like DeepSeek. CEO Prince emphasized Cloudflare's strengths in delivering efficient inference tasks, citing GPU utilization peaking at 70% compared to industry norms of 5% minus 10%. Matt Hedberg, RBC, asked about product innovation inflection points for 2025. Prince highlighted Workers AI as a significant opportunity, with applications spanning finance, medicine, and customer support. He added that inference and agents remain key growth areas. Fatima Boulani, Citi, inquired about balancing pool of funds contracts with broader market appeal. CFO 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗖𝗧 stated the structure aligns incentives to drive adoption and consumption of Cloudflare's products. Gabriela Borges, Goldman Sachs, asked about AI adoption at the enterprise level. Prince noted Cloudflare's ease of use for smaller developer teams, but highlighted a targeted approach for larger enterprises to build AI use cases on Workers AI. Sentiment analysis. Analysts expressed optimism about the company's AI-driven growth and enterprise sales momentum, though there were some concerns about the revenue recognition timing of pool of funds contracts. Questions focused on AI, product innovation, and sales execution. Management maintained a confident tone, particularly around sales productivity improvements and AI opportunities, though they acknowledged near-term challenges related to scaling sales capacity. Compared to the previous quarter, management's tone reflected greater confidence in achieving re-accelerated growth, while analysts remained cautious yet intrigued by the potential of Workers AI and enterprise sales. Quarter-over-quarter comparison. Revenue growth accelerated slightly from 25% in Q3 to 27% in Q4, while gross margin saw a small decline from 78.8% to 77.6%. Dollar-based net retention ticked up from 110% to 111% sequentially. The number of new large customers added grew from 219 in Q3 to 232 in Q4. Management tone demonstrated increased confidence in Salesforce ramp-ups and capacity improvements compared to the prior quarter, where they discussed transitional challenges in North America, risks and concerns. Management acknowledged near-term headwinds from pool of funds contracts, which affect revenue recognition and dollar-based net retention. Analysts raised concerns about execution risks associated with scaling the sales force and sustaining enterprise momentum. Gross margin pressure from higher allocations to cost of goods sold was noted as a potential risk, particularly with increased network investments for AI inference capacity. Final takeaway. Cloudflare's strong Q4 performance and optimistic 2025 guidance underscore its growing enterprise and AI momentum. With key drivers like Workers AI, SaaS solutions, and improved sales capacity, the company aims to re-accelerate growth while addressing near-term revenue recognition challenges. Management's focus on large enterprise deals and strategic hires positions the company well for long-term expansion.